Hello everyone and welcome back to Traversing Food. My name is Steve and today we're doing a special ration. It's special to me because I've always wanted to do one of these because today we're making a stop in Sweden. We're going to check out this 24-hour combat ration, menu number 2. A little bit of information. I know it says it's a 24-hour meal. After checking out a few things, that's the actual company name, because I know it looks like, you know, a typical like commercial ration, but no, 24-hour meals. This is a combat edition. These are the people who make the rations for the Swedish military. One thing I do not care for compared to some of the other ones, the label's smaller. I like the other one, you just top to bottom, you can just read everything. But now you got the main 3 languages on here separated. I know it'd be easier for, you know, you got a lot more information on there, but you're going to be looking around the bag quite a bit, because here's all your content information for in Swedish, English, French. Then you have your nutritional data. This is one of the newer rations though. It was packed on December 14th, 2017, and has a best by date of April 26, 2020. Nice and fresh. One thing I also noticed on this round label, you know, besides having a batch number, meals 3. Apparently, you know, this is your typical breakfast, lunch, dinner. I think they make a larger one that has 4 meals. Also your nutritional data. Package weighs in at 1,000 grams or 2.2 pounds. Got 3,930 calories, 158 grams of protein, 148 grams of fat, and a really nice 469 grams of carbohydrates. A lot of the mains in here are very carbohydrate rich. And I know I've said before, you know, this weighed 2.2 pounds. And for typical average, you know, for each pound of food is usually 1,000 calories. But, you know, this weighing 2.2 pounds, you think it'd only be 2,200 calories, but it's a lot more. And what makes this ration different is all the mains are freeze-dried. So naturally, it's going to be lighter. No more information about this ration. On the back, it says it has an integrated garbage compartment. There's an extra plastic divider in there. So if there's nowhere, I guess you can throw away your trash and everything, you can put it on the opposite side of the food that you have not eaten. Plus, being nice, got a carry handle. You got tear notches to open, which don't really work too well from some of the other videos I've seen. And this is resealable. So, let's open this up, see what we got. Yeah, see? Hang on a sec. Alright, now we're ready. Also, before I forget, just want to mention I got this from the great people at MRE Mountain. Alright, let's start up here at the top. First up, 50 grams of roasted and salted peanuts made by Nutwalker. 45 grams of honey glazed peanuts. We have a 65 gram protein bar, caramel flavor. A 50 gram cereal bar, cookies and cream. We have a piece of V6 gum. I'm sure there's more in there. Not sure what flavor this is though. We have 47 grams of whole grain biscuits. It's only 3 biscuits in here. Interesting. Our breakfast is mixed flakes with fruit. I believe kind of like muesli. Have 3 disinfectant wipes. And this is going to be interesting. What are these? I saw Orfo, and you know, I figured they're drinks. It's interesting. These are the standard Orfo drinks. But the smaller packets made 500 milliliters. These are 250 milliliters. It looks like you can just add these straight to the bag, because I mean, that's only how much powder is in there, and this is empty. Interesting. I have not seen these before. But we have grapefruit flavor. Thank you. I love the grapefruit. And you gotta take the good with the bad. We have the exotic flavor, which is my least favorite. Have apple flavor, which I believe I've not had before. And we have orange, which is also a nice flavor. We have 3 instant coffees, Colombian. We have an Orifo hot chocolate. Have an Orifo 25-gram chocolate bar. We have a actually a decent spoon. This one's that one's kind of stout. We have biltong. I believe I'm saying that right. We have an Orifo tuna with lime and pepper. Interesting. I guess so you don't have to drink out of the pouches. Got a straw. And I don't know if that's a piece of candy or a dextrose tablet. Find out later. Okay, and 2 more pieces of V6 gum. This one's peppermint. This one's spearmint. If I look at this one, it just says strength. So I guess it's kind of more like a dental gum. We have the Blah Band couscous with chili spiced vegetables. We have the wilderness stew with rice. And I'm sure I'm going to enjoy this one. It's wilderness stew. Besides beef, it has reindeer. I think those are just like boiled sweets. And I was saying about the, it has a integrated garbage compartment. If you look in there, you got another piece of plastic where you can keep everything separated if you want. Okay, there is everything. On the mains, gonna be a lot of food, plenty of drinks. So let me get my tray and we'll get breakfast started. Okay everybody, this is what I got lined up for breakfast. Naturally, got our mixed flakes with fruit, our tuna with lime and pepper, the cereal bar, cookies and cream flavor, our grapefruit isotonic drink, and I'm going to have the hot chocolate with a packet of coffee, as always. Got a piece of our V6 gum, and we're going to check out one of the disinfectant swabs. So, let's check that out first. If I remember right, these are very wet. Yeah, these are really wet. It's almost, yeah, it's dripping off the cloth. These are, they're not too bad. They're better than others. It's after everything's dry, you don't smell anything on your hands. But, like I said, I'm gonna get some water and our breakfast. Let us start rehydrating. It, getting a little messy. I guess before I open this up, I don't know if you can see the nutritional data, but for 100 grams prepared, it's 396 calories and 57 grams of carbs, and the whole package is 602 calories and 87 grams of carbs. It says to fill it up to line H, or just add 2.5 deciliters of water, which is 250 milliliters, 8 fluid ounces, or 1 cup. I know I've seen a lot of these can be pretty soupy if you add too much water. So I definitely see some raisins. I think let's see here. For the cereal flakes, you got barley, rye, oats, and wheat, skim milk. And for the fruit, you got raisins, peaches, pineapple, and apple. Sounds like it's going to be pretty good. Like I said, it says to fill it up to line H. I got 250 mils of water prepared. Let's see how accurate that is. And it only went up to line F. So, yeah. No, wait. It only went up to line E. So that's 3 lines below H. That's why I measure my water. Close this up. Set it aside, let it start rehydrating. It says let it go for 10 minutes. Actually, it'll make some room again. This Orifo drink, like I said, I have not seen these before. Because like I said, the powder only comes up to like, you know, there. And it says I add 250 mils of water. I mean, looks like there's plenty of room for the water, but it's not gusseted on the bottom, so it won't stand up on its own. And you can't reseal it. So I don't know if this is something new they're trying out. I mean, I like the idea. I mean, at least they were smart enough to, you know, make the straw long enough. But I still want to make one in the bag just to see how full it is. And how well you can see in there. I guess a good way to find out if there's any holes in the bag too. I mean, the bag, if you hold it like this, it's about 75-80% full. But how you gonna mix it? I'll say maybe folding it over twice, giving it a good shake, see how that goes. I'm doing this over the sink just in case. Okay, folded it over twice, shook it up pretty good in the sink, and nothing leaked out. Smells like good old grapefruit. But I'm still going to pour this into a glass just to see how well everything dissolved. Yeah, there's still a little bit of powder in the bottom. I probably could have shook it up a little bit better. That's okay. Okay. But I do know the Orifo hot chocolate drinks are really good. They're nice and sweet. And let's see if I can get close enough. Check out the nutritional data for the tuna fish. And our cereal bar, cookies and cream flavor. Also, I guess you can pause that, get your nutritional information. Trying to get the light glare out of it. Now that looks really good. Definitely going to be a heavy chocolate flavor, I'm sure. But for now, I'm ready to dive in, see what this grapefruit drink tastes like. Yeah, it's a really nice grapefruit flavor. Just a little bit sweet, nice and tart. For flavor comparison, I think the grapefruit drinks by Orifo just about taste like real grapefruit. And since the spoon's already in it, check out the tuna fish. And yes, that is good tuna fish. I enjoy it. You still got some decent big chunks in there. It's not overly processed, but have a slight lime citrus flavor, but you really don't taste any pepper. And compared to some of the other ones, it's not too salty. So I've had some pretty salty packaged tuna fish. Alright, let's check out the hot chocolate and coffee drink. Has a really good deep chocolate flavor. Very smooth. Got a little bit of hint of coffee in there. And let's check out the cereal bar. Nice and moist. Yeah, that's really good. Has a nice crispiness to it from the rice and the oats. Nice chocolate flavor. Doesn't have too much of a cream flavor. That'd almost be more like for dessert. It's good and sweet. But let's see how the breakfast doing. I don't know how soupy this is supposed to be. I guess it depends on how you like it. But anyway, let's give it a try. You can definitely see all your oats and rye flakes in there. Some raisins. Pieces of fruit are kind of small. Looks good though. Tastes really good too. All the flavors seem to blend really well together, but for fruit flavors, it's hard to tell which one comes out in front. I guess you can say there's not one flavor that is very predominant. It's like everything is blended together. But it's not bland. It's actually pretty good. I'm gonna grab one more bite here. Yeah, it seems like a real decent, healthy breakfast. Very nice. Check out our V6 gum. Sweet menthol flavor. Got two little pieces about the size of chiclets. Yeah, it's a nice tasting gum. They're not too sweet. They seem more minty than sweetness, which is something I like. Good flavor. But that was the first time I've had the sweet menthol. Good flavor. Okay then, everybody. Hope you enjoyed the breakfast review so far. Everything's really good. I'll probably eat a little more of this and save the rest for breakfast. But like I said, hope you've enjoyed breakfast review so far. I know I have. Now I'll see you next time at lunch. Okay, everybody, and here we are for lunch. And today I've got lined up, our main is going to be couscous with chili spiced vegetables, a packet of Nutwalker brand peanuts, honey flavored, the caramel flavored protein bar, a bag of the biltong peppered beef, the exotic flavor Orifo drink, coffee. I believe this is, I don't know if this is grape or black licorice candy. I cannot tell. And the V6 gum. But first, I want to get some water heated up so we can get our main started. The breakfast I had, I know I've read many times to not trust the lines on the inside of the packaging. Which, like I said, to me it still seemed thin. I went by how much water it asked for. Which I think this is a little bit odd. For the lunch, it calls for 4 deciliters of water. The breakfast was 2.5. But both of them say to fill up to line H. Which, yeah, I'm not going to trust the lines. But just to double check, I am going to use 4 deciliters of water. Let's get this opened up. Well, there is definitely a lot of spices and flavor in that, I can tell. And it smells very good. Yeah, like I said, you can definitely see a lot of spice in there. Corn, looks like carrots. I believe that is leek or onions. They're pretty similar. Let me get some water heated up. And while I do that, to get our drinks ready. And I checked around online, and either I don't know where to look. I cannot figure out why the larger Orfo bags of, like I said, I like the idea, but unless I'm missing something, they're just a little impractical. So I'm just going to make it in a glass. And our Colombian freeze-dried instant coffee. I've had this before many times. Good stuff. Let me move this up a little bit so I don't fog up the camera. And just so I can see it, let me turn this around. Like I said, once again, it says to fill it to line H. Yesterday, 2.5 deciliters of water, or 250 milliliters. I only brought it up to, I believe, line E. But this calls for 4 deciliters, so let's see how close to line H it comes to. And I made a mess. And it only came up to, well, line E again, just about. Alright, get this closed up. Let it go for 10 minutes. Set this off to the side so I can clean up some water. Let's check out our peanuts. A nice hiss to that. And our protein bar. This is the caramel flavor. And it looks like, I don't know, maybe chocolate chips, I'm not sure. Smells like caramel and chocolate. And our biltong peppered beef. And I'll say a few things about this first. I've never had this before. It's similar to beef jerky made here in the States. That type of beef jerky, you know, they marinate the meat, dry it in a dehydrator, smoke it. While I believe biltong is mainly South Africa. They still season the beef. I believe they add vinegar to it also. It is completely air dried. They dry it for days. And it is not smoked. So this ought to be pretty good. And we got our desiccator. That's another thing I believe I read, that it's usually not in strips. It's always in pieces. I'm going to give our peanuts a try. Nice honey glaze. Excellent flavor. I've always liked the Nutwalker brand peanuts, whether they're honey glazed or barbecue or just plain salted. Has a good peanut flavor, slightly salty, slightly sweet. I really like that. And our caramel protein bar, it's dense. I can tell it's going to be a little chewy. Yeah, it's dense. It's almost like a nougat. Has a nice caramel flavor. What I thought were chocolate chips are chocolate flavored, but they're like chocolate flavored Rice Crisp. Give our exotic flavor as a tonic drink a try. It's okay. One thing I do like about the Orfo drinks, you usually don't have a heavy mineral flavor to it, which this one doesn't. Unfortunately, to me, it's just got that, you know, artificial, exotic, like tropical flavor to it. It's okay. Now let's give this biltong a try. That has a really good beef flavor to it. Has a very nice chew. It's not overly dry like your typical beef jerky you might get here in the States. And has a very good peppered flavor. Almost seems like you can taste a little bit of the tang from the vinegar. Yeah, I like that a lot better than the standard dried beef jerky. But as expected, predominant flavor is beef, which it should be. And second is definitely the pepper. So if you don't like pepper, you wouldn't like this flavor. And check out our coffee. Really good flavor. This one always has a really good rich taste, not bitter. It's one of the few that I know it's freeze-dried, but it doesn't have that distinctive freeze-dried taste. Okay, it says to go 10 minutes. It's been about 12. See how it looks. And it looks like it's a lot of food. Looks like it definitely needs a mix. Guess I should have gave it a shake halfway through. But everything looks really good. I'm going to get some out onto the tray. Bag is really hot. And as you can see, no, you can't. And you see how much is on the tray? Well, that's about how much is still left in the bag. Has a really nice chicken stock aroma. Looks like it rehydrated very well. You can see all the carrots, red pepper, got some corn over here. I believe there's supposed to be leeks and cabbage in this also. So, let's give it a try. Yeah, that's really good. Has a really nice flavor to it. It actually has a little bit of a sweetness to it, but it's also a little bit peppery. The corn and the carrots rehydrated really nice. They still seem to have a little bit of a natural crunch to it. Let me get some with a little bit of extra carrots. Yeah, that is very good. I am going to enjoy that really well. And I do apologize for one thing. I've already destroyed the other packages for the biltong and the peanuts and the cereal bar. But at least for some nutritional information, for a 100 gram serving, you get 429 calories and 56 carbohydrates. And if you ate the whole bag, it'd be 647 calories and 84 grams of carbohydrates. Let me try and zoom in. You want to try and pause it, check out everything. I'm going to probably save what's left in the bag for tomorrow. I'm definitely going to try and finish everything on the tray. Everything's really good. But as for now, I'll see you at dinner. Nope, I'm back. About walked off on everybody. Didn't even try the gum or the little candy. Sorry about that. I got distracted. I wanted to go eat. I love black licorice. And that tasted like that good old candy. And been out forever. Good and plenty. Tasted just like it. And yes, I ate that whole piece of candy. And let's check out our V6 peppermint gum. Two little pieces. Always a lot of good flavor in the V6 gum, especially the spearmint. It's sugar-free. Definitely a strong mint flavor. I've always liked it. Okay, now we're done with lunch. Sorry about almost missing those. But for now, I'll see you at dinner. Okay, everybody, here we are to finish up with dinner. Our main dish will be the wilderness stew with rice, a pack of Nut Walker's roasted and salted peanuts, our pack of whole grain biscuits, and I don't know what happened during breakfast. I forgot all about these. I should have had these with the tuna fish. Our chocolate bar, our orange and apple isotonic drink, our candy, gum, and that's it. Let's open this up and take a look at it. I know it's called wilderness stew. The main meat in here is beef, but it does have reindeer meat. Unfortunately, it's only like 0.7%. There's not really much of any of it in there, but I'm at least hoping it gives this dish a little bit of a gaminess flavor. That's what it looks like. Doesn't really smell much of anything. Also, it says to fill it up to line G, which I know that's a lie, or 3.5 deciliters of water. So I'm going to get some water heated up, and while that's going, let's get the drinks ready. Here's the orange. And the apple. Sorry about fogging up the camera. Should have known better. Okay. I about didn't want to cooperate. Let that sit for 10 minutes. And before I forget, if you hear rumble every now and then, got storms coming through. Alright, let's check out these peanuts. And I've had these before from Nut Walker. I always thought it was kind of interesting. The barbecue and honey glazed peanuts, they're about normal sized peanuts, but the roasted and salted ones are just huge. And our biscuits. And before I forget again, you can catch the nutritional information off there if you need to for our peanuts, and the nutritional info off the biscuits. These looks like some nice and hearty multigrain biscuits, that's for sure. Those look like they could have went with the tuna fish very well. And the chocolate bar. I don't know how small it is. Be able to get the info off of that. 25 grams. And it actually has not bloomed. Now check out the peanuts. Just good old plain roasted salted peanuts. That's what I love about Nut Walker peanuts. I think they're better than Planters. Has a very good peanut flavor. Just enough salt so they're not bland. Nicely roasted. Always good. And check out our multigrain biscuit. And I apologize, I don't know why I called them multigrain biscuits. Those are whole grain biscuits. And they are extremely good. Not too crunchy. Has a very good wheat flavor. They would have went really well with the tuna fish. Lightly salted. Really good. Check out the orange drink. Yeah, it's got a really good orange flavor. Nice and sweet. And the apple drink, which I have not had before from Orifo. That is a really nice apple flavor. Besides the grapefruit, I'd consider the apple drink from Orifo probably my second best. Orange, still ranking third. But the apple drink tastes just like apples. Slightly sweet, not tart. Very good. Okay, it has been 10 minutes. Move this over a little bit so I don't fog up the camera again. take a look at this and give it a stir. Might need to let it go a few more minutes. Nope. That actually looks quite good. I'm going to get some onto a tray here. If you're wondering, yeah, there's still plenty in the bag. But it smells really good. It does kind of have your standard beef bouillon smell to it. But pieces of meat are not too bad. I wish they were a little bigger. So you got green beans, onions. I know there's mushrooms in here too. I can smell parsley and maybe some what may be thyme or rosemary. The rice is pretty beat up. It's not whole pieces of rice. Pretty broken. I'm just going to try a piece of meat here, see how well it reconstituted. Get a couple pieces. The meat reconstituted really well. Has good flavor, has good beefy flavor. Very heavy on the herbs. Try a little bit of everything. Doesn't really have too much of a gaminess flavor. I wish, like, you know, the lunch, the couscous, you know, the vegetables in it were, you know, decent sized pieces of vegetables. You know, the carrots, the corn, and the green beans, but the green beans are just obliterated in here. You can see pieces of them. I'd say you could use some pepper. And I will admit, the flavor is really good. I'm going to enjoy this. I'd probably like some pepper on there. I always do. But unfortunately, due to having that heavy, I guess you can say, beef bouillon flavor, it is really salty. And you really shouldn't need that much salt in a freeze-dried item. But it is still good. Take a piece of our chocolate bar. Good snap to it. Gotta be dark chocolate. And it is. It's a really good dark chocolate, probably about 70%. And before I tried the gum and the candy, since I always forget, our main dish, nutritional info. You zoom in there and get everything you need. But the main things, 100 grams will be 451 calories or 58 grams of carbohydrates. And if you ate the whole bag, it would be 650 calories and 83 grams of carbohydrates. And the salt, yeah, 100 grams is 3.9 grams. Yeah, it's pretty salty. I know the black one was licorice. Maybe the white will be mint or something. I don't know. I can't smell it through the bag. Yeah, that is a kind of the common but very good sweet mint flavor. I like it. And their V6 gum, spearmint flavor. They have 2 little pieces. Yeah, it's got a good flavor. V6 gum always does. The spearmint is a lot less minty and a little bit sweeter than the peppermint. I like the peppermint better, but still good. Okay, everybody, that's going to wrap up everything. Dinner was great. The main, like I say, pretty salty. I'll still finish it. I just have to have both my drinks and a beer. But overall, I really enjoyed this meal. I hope somebody will let me know what the large Orifo drink bags are for, if that's just experimental right now, or it's been around for a while and I've never seen it. Because this is one of the newer rations. But where I'm heading next, I don't know. I might do the 12-hour single meal rations. I still got one in Latvia and Lithuania. I know Polly over at Polyamories and things. He recently finished up a Polish ration. Eventually he's interested, wondering what I believe mine is menu 1. I think he done menu 5. Kind of interested in it, so I may stop in Poland really quick. But if you enjoyed what you saw, hit that like button, tell your friends, subscribe, and I'll see you next time.